Okay, this will be part 3 for mission statement for my channel, and I'm going to continue until I think I've covered it. So, like I said, if you understand that I'm working for a divine feminine, not the bad one, the good one, and I'm not against the bad one either, because the bad one's not bad. She's utterly angry because she's upset. So understand that the witches of the world that will also get benefit from my channel. Understand that the bad witches that they burned at the stake, all the bad, evil, cast, black magic, spell casting, angry witches that hate men, well, they're going to get a lot of relief too from learning what I have to share. It'll give them some peace of heart, some peace of mind, and some peace in their soul. It may even make them good again, because understand that many of them are angry still to this day, I'm told, and just as much in number as they were back when we burned them at the stake. But now they're allowed to not share freely their expressions, but they're allowed to practice in secret everything they're doing in hatred, and there's plenty of them, which means that if they understood why they're upset, they could calm down. Understand that what they are upset about is they don't understand. They don't understand. They know that they're not being told a lot of things, and then it makes them paranoid, and they start to think a million things that aren't true, because they're actually wondering what the hell it is and second guessing everything. And some of them are right, and many of them are not right, and many of them are actually thinking it's something it's not. And so they're actually acting in anger and also carrying out a vendetta and a absolute character that could never change unless someone like me comes along and gives them information they need to surrender to the truth of, holy moly, I didn't know. If I'd known, I wouldn't have been so mad. Well, that's why you're going to know, so you can maybe not be so mad, because understand that they will get information. So this channel will be not just ego. For ego to come back, it's also for the divine feminine that's been distorted and angry. Well, basically all the bad witches of the world, well, they'll be just as benefiting from this as the ego might, because they'll be able to come back too as good witches, and not have to change much in order to, they'll be able to love themselves and others again, and actually forgive the world and themselves. Understand what will happen from my channel. It will help all the angry, distorted feminine be able to forgive again, because they'll be able to forgive when they understand, and not until. I promise. Goddess told me this. She said that that when they do understand, they will be willing to forgive. So I just understand how important I feel like what I'm doing is very important. Well, it just puts me in a character of purpose, and like a razor's edge. I've got purpose, and my confidence is not high, but it's complete, which means that when you have a divine feminine, I mean, how can I not be 100% confident? I'm 102% confident, plus 2 confidence on the 100%. It's because I believe what I'm doing is true, and I feel utterly honored that divine feminine would even acknowledge me, let alone not kill me again, but make me somebody, actually see me as somebody that they don't want to kill. And so understand, it's like, wow, so like, oh, you usually kill me, but in this lifetime I'm a hero. I'm your hero. Oh yeah, the hero. Oh, but usually kill me. I usually kill you off in all these incarnations, but like, here's the one where you get to be the hero of all heroes, and my favorite. Your favorite? Wow. I mean, wow. I'd love to try it, because I could certainly feel the truth is, no, I wasn't her favorite. I hated her ass, and she hated me. So the reality is that, well, in women, the goddess herself doesn't hate me, but the women who have her do or did. And understand that not all of them, but many of them don't know how to understand their feelings right, and they are aware they're not being told everything. And when they are told everything, they will be forgiving again and not and tell. So I do look forward to not only doing a great service to mankind, but going down in history, actually. So understand that whether I become actually famous in public eye is totally not important. Not really. I mean, because understand, I'm already guaranteed to be, I'm already famous in Goddess's eye. She's already told me it. She said that I consider you famous and world utterly my movie star, rock star. That's what she calls me, rock star, movie star. It's not a joke. She says that she says that I'm her. She said she loves me and I'm her favorite. Can you believe it? I'm like the ego of egos. I'm like the Aryan leader of all egos. And the goddess likes me? Nah, that can't be possible. The other incarnations say that. My feelings say there's not a possibility that goddess could possibly like me. You see? And then she explains to me why I'm feeling that way. Oh, and then my feelings say, I see. Yeah, they understand. So my feelings say, wow. Okay, so holy crap. Like I get to like this is like something for the movies. Because I'm saying what I'm saying is this is something for the movies. Like this could be some like movie. You know, like just a regular dude who finds a goddess and then is doing a world-saving purpose. Suddenly I go from 0 to 60 in 0.22 seconds, and yeah, like 0.22 seconds, 0.022 seconds, man. 0 to 60. So the truth is, that the goddess is really my enemy, was, and is no longer my enemy. And she says that all the people that hate me still are just living out her anger against me. And so truly, I'm not mad at my enemies. I may love them. I understand that my enemies are just some version of her that's still mad and they don't know, which means that they wouldn't be my enemy if they actually knew the truth. And they certainly aren't wrong for being my enemy, because I was definitely the worst of all things in their incarnations. Certainly, I'm not going to try to incriminate myself. Let me just say that I wasn't good, and understand that I also wasn't bad. I was the Spartan of Spartans. I was the Aryan king. So understand, I'm just saying, yeah, I don't think I wouldn't try it. And so I'm always going to try to be the Aryan king and see if I can do it, actually, or die. And I'll die trying every time. She says I do it. I definitely die trying every time. She says I've done it every time. Died trying. Are you kidding me? So you tell me I failed every time? Yeah, but you probably had some success up until your complete failure. Oh, great. So then why would I do it now? Well, you wouldn't. That's the whole point. Like, you wouldn't be against me, right? No, I mean, well, I wouldn't be doing this channel if I was against her. I'm doing this channel because I'm not against her. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. And this will be a truth. That's what it is. And so my ego's going to be here, and understand that my ego's going to be showing, and it's going to get to be important, and Goddess will make it important. She's guaranteed and promised it to me. And my ego is me. I am my ego. I'm Aries, double Aries. And Leo and Aries are the ego, she says, at the core spirit, meaning that you can't tell Aries and Leo that they can't exist, or that they can exist with no purpose. Because understand that all the Aries and Leos in the world, well, they might have found some way to exist, but they certainly used to have a much better way to exist that really accentuated their highlighted character of greatness, which was Spartan 300. Leonidas was a Aries or Leo. So understand, we could argue whether he was Leo or Aries, but he was certainly Leo or Aries, because all the Spartans were fire signs, and they were all starting in Aries and Leo, and some were Sagittarius. And so understand that my ego still likes the glory days. My ego wants to be glorified in the memory of a great Spartan King Leonidas. I can't help it, but I understand it's not just me. It's every ego that exists, and many of them will try to say that they don't think this. They're all going to be lying to themselves if they actually tell me that I'm. If they're what I'm saying is the ego has learned how to lie to itself so effectively that although it's done it somehow, it still hates it. Although it's convincing itself it loves it, so it's twisted, it's angry, it's emotional, it's suicidal, it's depressed, it has no purpose, it's struggling desperately to find a purpose, and then it's also saying it doesn't need to struggle desperately, so there's no reason to be desperate. Why it's being desperately not desperate with no purpose, and then saying it's got the biggest purpose. What are you talking about? Because it's in utter denial and it has no true knowledge of what is really going on. The channel that I'm about to start is not for me. It's not for my success. It doesn't matter if it succeeds or not. I have to make the videos, put them up, and that's all I have to do. It doesn't matter if they are hated, they're liked. Goddess has instructed me fully on my mission statement that I'm not to be concerned with whether my channel succeeds, whether I'm not to care about needing to placate to anyone as to why it should succeed or shouldn't. She says that it will succeed if I make the videos and put them out. And so no matter what happens, it'll be a success because the information got put out. And so it doesn't matter if I get the credit or not. And it's completely besides the point whether I do or not. I've already got the credit 100%. See, you have to understand that if you give me the benefit of the doubt of what I'm saying is I'm talking to a goddess. I've got like a personal deity that I talk to. I mean, come on. Do you think I'm not getting rewarded? Do you think I don't already got my reward? I got my reward already. Like I'm already, I mean, if you were talking to God every day, wouldn't you think you had a reward? I mean, I'm talking to goddess every day. I'd say it's the same thing. It's my reward. And I'm saying it's all I ever wanted. It's all I ever wished for. And the fact that it's not God, it's goddess, I've certainly learned to absolutely appreciate it. So I don't have a problem with it either. I did have a mother, and I loved her very much. And I did what she said, and I was a good boy. Ultimately, I also gave her every problem in hell, but I still loved her. And I was still obedient and loyal, even if I did no better. And at least that's my ego's mission statement. And the next video, I'm going to talk about from the ego, which means the next video you're going to see, it's going to be the ego talking. None of these three videos I just did were not the ego. So the next one will be the ego. Thanks.